Hey folks, it's Frithgar here, how you doing? So, I've got several tasks that are underway at the moment. We've got corn that's being drilled. Actually, I don't think I've actually put it going just then. No, I didn't. It's in the middle of field 23 there, so we'll run over and we'll do that in a sec. So we've got corn that should be going in field 23. I've not long refilled the seed drill over there. And we've got ploughing that is going on in field... What field is it? Field 19. Field 19. The Kirovets is doing the ploughing in field 19. And we've got the Massey with the care wheels with the row crop tyres on. I have put them on. That is busy doing the sugar beet up on some of the new land. So yeah, everything is going tickety-boo on our farm. We have everything flowing quite nicely. Helper D has a full grain tank. Oh, that is the sugar beet, so we're going to have to go and empty that one out as well in a minute. As soon as we've done this, right, that's that bit done. We'll just unload this load of grain into that waiting tractor and trailer. Then they can go back to the yard. We've got... See, I'm wondering if we should bother doing fertilizer on these fields. Because that takes a fair bit of time to go and get the slurry and everything. I think we might. I think, well, I don't know. I don't think we're going to have enough time. I'd like to, at least start doing some more harvest before we finish up the map. But I mean, if we can't, we can't. That's just something that we will have to deal with. So, finish this field here. The corn is actually growing. It's a couple of growth stages on from where we started planting that field to what we're on now. So, yeah, we've got a few issues there. We'll park the combine up just down on the road and... run over to the Zeta, get that one going, and then we can go and worry about emptying out the sugar beet up at the top. The Kirovets will keep ploughing for now. I don't think it needs to plough anything over here. I think this one's already done. So my questions, I got two questions this week, and they're both concerning the new map that we're going to be doing. We're going to Whatever Valley. We're moving to New Zealand after this, so we've got the rest of this week and another 2 weeks. Take us to episode 72, and then we'll be moving to New Zealand. Now, I don't know how long we're going to be in New Zealand for. I'm not going to promise any number of episodes at all. We'll just sort of see how it goes. We may find that just sort of, working the grass and doing everything, we don't really want to do it as long as we've been here, so we'll cut it a little bit shorter, or we may be really enjoying it, sort of do a similar length to the one we've done here. I really have no idea at the moment. We'll sort of just play it by ear. See what people like and what people are enjoying. So when we get there, I'm going to colour all machinery that I can. Any machinery that has the option for changing its colour in shop, I will paint whichever colour you want me to. And we're going to have 5 options. Let me just start that one up. There we go. 5 different colour options is what we're going to use. Now these 5 colour options will be purple. Purple is number 1. I'm definitely putting that one in as an option. And then I'm going to go as close as I can to some of the different makes and models of machine. So one of them is New Holland blue. One of them is John Deere green. One of them is JCB yellow. And then it was going to be red. Now I said it would be Massey Ferguson red or Case red. But I think from going by the comments, I got the colours slightly wrong. Case and Massey Ferguson, apparently there's not a huge difference between them. They're sort of fairly close in shade, so we'll just go for red, and then after if red is the one that is picked, I'll sort of do that on the comments in between. A lot of people are saying they don't mind which red, the ones that have voted for red, just if it's going to be red, then just pick a red in the middle, medium range colour, and then it could sort of pass off as any red machine. So that's kind of what people are asking for on there. However, so far it appears that New Holland blue is the most common, and I really didn't expect that. I got to be honest, I was expecting John Deere green. I mean, obviously, personally, I'd like the purple, just because you never see... my reasoning is you don't see purple farm machinery, so I thought it would be really cool to have purple farm machinery everywhere, but... we go with what everybody votes for. That is the whole point of it. It's your vote, it's your game. Head into the comment section down below and let us know which one you want. And, of course, don't forget to actually cast your vote by mousing over in the top right-hand corner. Now, my second question for this week regards the timescale. Now, we have been doing this map and Goldcrest Valley map on 5 times speed. So the timescale up there, if you see, it's got 5 times on there. So we've been doing it all on 5 times speed. And we have our plant growth on normal. Now, I'm just going to finish up the ploughing here. He's actually turned around halfway on the end there. We're just going to finish up. We're going to do a line along here. Let's turn the plough over, and we'll put the like the little ditch bit. That will sort of go towards the in from the edge of the field, and then it can be cultivated over, and that will help it a bit. So let's just come back here like that, and come up through here. So yes, we've got it on 5 times, and we have our crop growth speed on normal growth speed. So we're moving to an animal map, and I noticed that someone said in the comments that it seemed a little bit odd. Everybody is picking, everybody picked Whatever Valley. It was overwhelming for Whatever Valley, which is going to be a predominantly animal-based map. Sheep and cattle. We don't have pigs, sheep and cattle. But when it comes to the time scale, it seems that 1 time speed is the most popular. So I will just sort of say, the 3 options are 1 time speed with fast growth rate on crops, then 5 times speed with normal growth rate on crops, and 15 times speed with fast growth rate on crops. So those are your options. It's your vote, it's your game. Pick the one that you want. Head into the comment section, tell us why you're voting for the one that you're voting for. But for those of you who are a little bit concerned that the 1 time speed seems to be quite popular, what will happen if we do it on 1 time speed with fast crop growth? We will basically we'll set a job going, we'll set a task going, and like we're doing right now, we're doing ploughing, we're doing combining, we're doing seed drilling, and we'll get all of that done while it's on 1 time speed. Once we've done the tasks, I've actually drifted over a bit there. I need to move back this side a bit. I'm not very good at keeping a straight line with this Kirovets. I have noticed that previously. I'm awful at keeping a straight line with this tractor. So yeah, once we've done all the tasks, we will then fast forward time to whatever task we're going to do next. So you will still see plenty of different things happening, but like it was pointed out, if you want to see a lot of stuff with the animals, I would personally recommend you pick either 5 times or 15 times speed, because 1 time speed does seem to be better suited to doing a lot of crops and stuff. But obviously, you guys pick, and I will do whatever you want to do. And I think I've proved that, because I stated quite clearly I really, really wanted you to vote for Old Streams or Losberg, because I thought those 2 maps were the best. And nobody listened to me. And yes, I mean, some of you listened to me, but most of you went straight for Whatever Valley, which was my 4th favourite. Although, to be fair, I picked 5 maps I thought were absolutely wonderful, and I would be happy to play on any of them, so it doesn't really matter. So yes, I just feel that is, sufficient. I hope that's sufficient evidence for everybody that watches that I do in fact listen to what everybody wants, and I do in fact do what you want. I go for the results of the vote. That's not to say that next time when I'm offering up maps for selection, I probably won't just give you Losberg and Old Streams to pick between. I will probably add in a few other maps as well, but I might just theme them all around that, so I get to do a really small map of that kind of style, because I'd like to do a map like that. But yeah, that's way down the line. We've got the whole of Whatever Valley to explore and farm and just generally have a lot of fun with, a long time before we go for any new maps. So yes, the time scale, I've sort of explained what would happen with the with the 1 time scale. And the 15 time scale, we're basically just going to be rushing around like manic chickens. I don't know why manic chickens. Yes, just rushing around like idiots, desperately trying to get everything done before night falls again. Could be interesting, could be an incredible challenge. I have no idea. I've not ever played on 15 times speed for any length of time. I've only done it when I'm like just trying to hurry time along a little bit to get to the next point of what it is that I want to do. Let's just turn the plough over so it's facing the right direction. We do one more pass up across here, and then this field is finished. Actually, that's going the wrong way, isn't it? I had it the right way just now. Let's go to here, and there we go. Right. So, yep, it's your vote, it's your game. Head into the comment section down below. Let us know which timescale you want and why, and see if you can persuade others to vote for the one that you're voting for. I am going all over the place with this plough. It is absolutely awful. And of course, don't forget to actually mouse over in the top right-hand corner to cast your vote. One other thing, just see if I can remember the name. I think it was Nicholas B. Nicholas B. did comment that he finds my voice a little bit difficult to hear sometimes because he listens to me on a mobile device and he has to turn it up as loud as it can possibly go, and even then it's still sometimes not loud enough, and has asked if I can make some minor adjustments to my recording so that he can hear me a little better. And I feel that's a fair request. If he's having to put his mobile up as loud as it can possibly go in order to be able to hear me, it might be that I don't think it's the recording. I think it's the way that I edit the videos afterwards. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a minor tweak on the volume levels of my voice compared to the rest of the video. I think we'll leave those. And we need to go up and get that keep that sugar beet running. So if we go up there and do that, we've also got to come back and get the Belarus. And I want to put a cultivator going in here, but I'm not going to use the Kirovets. I want to use... actually, which tractor do I want to use? Might be better if we do. I think we will. We'll put the Kirovets on, and we'll leave the ploughing at the other end until a little bit later it's on. So, let's start that one up, and we'll leave the plough there. Let's go and get that cultivator, and we'll start cultivating field 19, so that's ready to plant. So, yes, anyway... I'm going to make a minor tweak to the volume levels of my voice compared to the video, and I would really like your feedback on whether you think it's an improvement or not, and any further adjustments that you would like done. I've not had any complaints previously about the volume levels that I've got, but I figure that a lot of people will just turn their devices up a little bit more, and I did notice the other day that I was just double-checking something in a video, and I noticed that my voice seemed a little bit quiet compared to other videos, and that might be frustrating for some people. If you're watching someone's video and then you switch over to one of mine, you've got to alter the volume levels on whatever device you're using. That could get annoying. So I'll make an adjustment, and then I'd really love some feedback on how the levels of my voice are doing on it at the moment, and what do you think of it, whether it needs to be adjusted further, and so on and so forth. And also, are you happy with the volume levels of the machinery? Now, at the moment, I've sort of been adjusting them roughly the same, but with this tweak I'm going to do, my voice is going to become slightly louder, and the machinery will stay at the level that it has been, but my voice will be slightly louder. So you won't... the machinery won't be quite so noticeable with my voice there. And I don't know what people will think of this, so I really, really want to hear your feedback on this. It's really important to me that I get this right, yeah, I want to make these videos as enjoyable as possible for you, the viewer. And if you've got any issues, if you think that it could do with any kind of adjustments at all, I really, really do want to hear about it. Okay, don't keep this bottled up. Share it. Let me know. I cannot make any changes unless you tell me if there's any issues. So I will leave that in your hands, and I'm hoping that I will see some comments concerning what you think of various volume levels, whether you think it needs a boost or any other kind of adjustments as well. Yeah. Right, I am going to leave that one going. I think we will go up to the sugar beet a minute and empty that one out, and we can watch a little bit of sugar beet harvest. The corn is almost finished being planted there, and once that's done, we're going to switch seed drills for that tractor, the Zeta. And we'll come down here, and we'll probably just start on this field here that's being cultivated. Ooh, actually, no, we could go over there and we could do that one. Do the big field over there. Be wheat or barley, I should think. We'll do that. We'll do wheat or barley in one of those big fields over there, and then what we do in these, I'm not quite sure yet. I'll have a think about that. Anyway, let's go and empty out this sugar beet. Right. We have a whole load of sugar beet here. And I haven't even started on the actual job that I wanted to get done today, which was to get our auto-load trailer and buy in some bales so that we could put some straw in for the pigs. How are they doing now? They must have just about... They were getting pretty close to run out. Well, they're still pretty close to run out. We've got no corn, so we're going to need to buy them some more food because the corn... Actually, no, we can put corn in for them, and I think we got enough wheat and barley to hold until the next harvest. 60 pigs to go until we can sell some. So we may be able to sell some next week and the week after. So we will at least get to sell a few pigs, and then when we come to leave, we'll sell all the pigs that we got so that we know how much money that we can take with us. Oh, that's another thing I want to hear, is do you want me to put the Let's Play map up onto FSUK so you guys can sort of take over and carry on playing? I'll make a list of the mods that we're using, then you can download it, make sure you install all the correct mods from ModHub, and you can carry right on with it. Or are you not too fussed about the Let's Plays? I know that the time-lapse one is... You know, there's quite a few people that would like to get their hands on the time-lapse map, and I will be uploading that one when it's finished. The Let's Plays, I don't know. Do you want it or not? So let me know that one. And if you do want it, I will, of course, make sure that it can be done and package it up and upload it to FSUK so that you can all have a go with it yourselves. Right, if we go and get the Belarus, empty out the corn there, what do I want to pull that trailer? I've got to find something to pull the trailer with. We're using the Massey. It's our most powerful tractor. I'll think about this. We might have to do it slowly with the Kirovets, I think. We'll take our little road train of grain here, back down, and... Should we take it? No, we won't take it straight up to the pigs just yet. We'll empty this out. I'm wondering if this Belarus can cope with doing the seed drilling, because if the Belarus could do the seed drill, we can leave the Kirovets on the cultivator, and we can use the Zeta to tow the trailer. Because I was going to put the Zeta going on the seed drill, but if this one can cope with the seed drill, we could do it that way. And then we can keep our planting going rather than having to use a different tractor somewhere. I think that would be the best way. So we'll empty this one out, and then we'll see if this tractor here can cope with that seed drill that we've got. I will... Oh no, hang on, we bought another one, didn't we? Did we? Did we buy a new seed drill? We got to have a check in our garage. I got a feeling we bought a new seed drill, didn't we? We wanted to upgrade it. We felt that the seed drill we had, because we got that one, and we're using that one at the moment, and we got that one. Yes, we did. We've upgraded it. We got a massive, great big seed drill. I think we're going to have to put the Kirovets on that one. That needs 180 horsepower. Yeah, we'll have to go and get the Kirovets and put the Kirovets on that one. The other seed drill, we won't worry about that. Maybe the Belarus can tow the cultivator, because the cultivator doesn't need a huge tractor. So if we can put the Belarus on the cultivator, then that means that we could put still tow the articulated trailer with the Zeta. It's going to be a bit of a struggle for it to tow it, but I think that one will be alright. We could do it with the Zeta. I've seen smaller tractors than that towing an articulated trailer loaded up with straw. It looks a little bit strange, I grant you, but it does work. It does actually work. It just makes it grunt a bit. And see the black smoke that is belching out from Belarus at all times? Yeah, you get a lot more than that, but the tractor does do it. So it could be quite interesting. Let's see if we can do that. So this one is going to need to go out to the Kirovets and take over the cultivator. So let's go whizzing out here a minute. Where are you, Mr. Kirovets? Right, you're thinking about turning around over there. So if I put a stop to you, just by parking right there. Slow down. Right. Yes, I know, you've got someone blocking your path. So let's bring you back, and we'll unhitch the cultivator right here, near the edge. Let me just turn off the flashing beacons. Right, if I drop the cultivator down here, lower it down, unhitch, this one can come off, so that one is ready to go and get the seed drill. Then the Belarus here, we can quickly find out if this one is physically capable of handling this cultivator, right? It might not be. This is going to be a bit of a struggle for this. We might end up putting the Belarus on the articulated trailer, and that is really going to be a comical struggle. But again, is not something that I would say is completely unheard of. That is very low to the ground. This tractor is going to struggle with this. Let's see. Put the hired help going. It's doing it. You can hear him struggling. You can hear the tractor actually struggling, which is brilliant. I love the fact that it is actually struggling to do it, but it's doing it. It's actually pulling this cultivator. That's fantastic. Oh, this is awesome. Okay. It's a little bit slow, I think, compared to what the speed that it should actually be going at, but yeah, this is fantastic. This is absolutely brilliant. I love it. I am genuinely delighted with this. Right, come up to the end. Let's just see it turn round. He is genuinely struggling with that, isn't he? Oh, this is brilliant. Perhaps we should use the Belarus on the trailer. Although, see, we've got a bit of a hill. You go up a slight hill from the dealership where we're going to be buying the bales. And then there's a couple of steep-ish hills to get to the pigs. I don't really want to put too heavy a trailer onto the Belarus, because going down a hill with a trailer on a turntable like that is exceptionally dangerous. And this tractor here does not have any capacity for any kind of trailer brakes by the look of it. This is a very basic tractor. It doesn't have a plug-in for the brakes at all by the look of it. So yeah, probably better if we avoid trying to tow an articulated trailer down a hill with this little tiny tractor. That's a job for something like this beast over here, or the Zeta. Now the thing with the Zeta is the Zeta could plug into trailer brakes, although the articulated one, that's going to be air brakes, isn't it? That's not going to have regular trailer brakes. It won't be brake fluid. That's going to be airlines. The Zeta is probably the only one that's got the power to tow that trailer and slow it down on a hill without any braking at all, because of the lack of airlines. Ooh. Right, let me go and get the Zeta a minute. Well, I did also go up to the other end of the farm and empty out the Massey again. And so now we've come back. We'll carry on with this. Let's just clean this one off before we put it away, because I don't think we're going to be doing anything else with this one. And we could also take a look and see, do we have capacity on this Zeta for an airline? If this one has got an airline on it, then we can use this tractor for towing the trailer, because so long as you can use the brakes on the articulated trailer, it's fine, because it slows you down from the back then, and it's less likely to run away with you. However, if you can't use the air brakes, you need a very powerful tractor to stop yourself from racing down the hill. And if you don't do that, it can be very dangerous. I know someone who nearly died using a too small a tractor on an articulated trailer. He had a turntable, a dolly turntable, and a trailer that he put onto a tractor, towed it down a steep hill, and it didn't have any brakes on it. The tractor in question didn't have capacity for producing air. It didn't have an air tank that you could plug into your trailers. A lot of newer tractors do, but this was a slightly older tractor, and it was a bit too small for it as well. So he had no brakes, no trailer braking at all. He was relying entirely on the tractor. The tractor couldn't cope with it. The hill was too steep. The trailer, it started to push it away, and it ended up jackknifing and flipping the tractor over. And it very nearly killed him. He was hospitalized because of it. Very, very dangerous. So yes, we are not going to be doing anything so foolish. We will not be trying to go down a hill with a tractor that cannot cope with it. So let me just lift this one up and close that together like that. So we're finished with this one. We'll take this one and we'll put it in the shed. Whichever tractor we're going to use to do our... I think the seed drill is up at the... I'm pretty sure that the seed drill is up at the dealership. So whichever tractor we use on that... Well, see, I think the Zeta could cope with the seed drill. It is at the dealership, isn't it? I'm pretty sure it is. But let's have a look. Does the Zeta have capacity for an airline? I got a feeling it doesn't. That's you see at the top, you got 3 banks of two sockets there. Those are hydraulic sockets. And then you've got a third on the side here. The top one, oh, that's my timer. The top one there is a slightly different shape. That's the brake, that's for brake fluid. But it doesn't look like it's got any sockets here for an airline. So this one doesn't, yeah, see, you can see on the actual tractor. I don't know if you can quite see that. I've got a job to point it out. If I press control, no, that doesn't work. Oh, actually, I can do it like this. Right, now, and like that there. Now, I've got a cursor. Now, you look there. You've got 2 there for those 2. You see the little dots underneath. And 2, and 2, and 2. That's different banks of hydraulic pipes. And you've got a white one at the top, which is that one there. That is for the brakes. That one there is slightly different shape. And the brake ones, the hydraulic ones, they slot into that. And then the brake one, it slots out over the outside of that one there. Which is why it's a different shape. And you cannot plug in a brake line into any other. And looking at the controls in here, you would normally have some levers associated with the different banks of hydraulic pipes back there. If you have a look there, though, on that control panel, you can see that it's got a load of colours on it. Bring that up there. You see there, you've got AB, 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 and AB on there. I think these here are associated with, it looks like, those there. So those there are your controls for your different banks of hydraulic pipes. So depending where you plug it in, would depend which of those would control your hydraulics. So, you know, just for a trailer, you'd only put one in and just do it on the nearest one to you. But if you've got some machines that got several different hydraulic options, you can plug all sorts of them in. It's got capacity for 8 hydraulic pipes on there, which is quite high, actually. That's quite a lot of hydraulic pipes. It really is. Ooh, I don't want that on. I want that off. There. Right, so this one doesn't have the capacity to tow that trailer. So that, by a process of elimination, means that we are going to have to... Right, I don't want to be in here. We are going to have to use the Kirovets to tow our trailer. We have just about run out of time, so what we're going to do is we're going to race up to the dealership. We're going to get the new seed drill, and hopefully this tractor can tow that seed drill. We're going to sell this seed drill just to give us a little bit of extra cash. And we'll bring the seed drill back and we'll set it going. That Kirovets is there ready and waiting. So in our next episode, we will take a good look at the bale mod. We'll buy a few different bales. And possibly even, you know, a few... I think you can buy hay and you can buy straw and silage. You may even be able to buy grass as well. I'm not quite sure. We'll take a look in a sec. But I'll meet you up at the dealership so that we can get this last bit done, because we're not going to have time to actually look at the bale mod today. I was asked just recently, actually I think it was from the last episode, why am I driving up the road with my hazard lights on? Very good question. For those of you who don't watch the Goldcrest series, I have been pestered and pestered and pestered by several people on the Goldcrest series because I have been just driving around with flashing beacons on and I haven't been putting my hazard lights on. Now, in the States, apparently, it is the law. You must, at all times when driving on the road with a tractor, I think it's just a slow-moving vehicle, I don't know what the actual class is, but you must have your hazard lights on. And the reason being is that not only do you need to have your flashing beacons on at the top, but you also need to have your, you need to have a flashing light on the corner, on each of the 4 corners of the machine that you're operating, when it's on the road. So you've got to have your hazards on so that you've got, you know, 2 flashing lights at the front, 2 flashing lights at the back, etc., etc. And so, yeah, I finally started doing that, and I've now gotten used to it. I mapped the... I've already mapped the beacons to a button on my steering wheel, and so I mapped the hazard lights to another button on my steering wheel, and I got so used to every time I go on the road and turn my flashing beacons on that I've gotten used to turning the hazards on as well. So I just sort of... I got a button that's for my hazards, and then right next to it I got another button for the hazard lights, a button for the beacons and a button for the hazard lights, and they're both right next to each other. However, we're in Europe, and in Europe you don't need to have your hazard lights on, and generally it's frowned upon to have your flashing beacons on too much because, well, I used to work for a contractor, and you only needed, in that area of the country, you don't need to have your flashing beacons on when you're on a small road. You only need your flashing beacons on when you're on a B road or above, which is kind of a road like this or above. If it's a single track road, you don't need to have flashing beacons on. And it was frowned upon in general in the farming community there to use your hazard lights at any time, or use your flashing beacons when you didn't actually need them, because cars become accustomed to seeing flashing lights, and the car drivers become accustomed to seeing flashing lights and don't tend to pay them too much attention. However, if it's a more uncommon sight to see flashing lights, they sort of perk up and pay a bit more attention to them when they do see them. And that was the reason. So I used to get told off for putting my beacons on too much, and you certainly didn't drive around with your hazards on. That would definitely get you scolded. So it's different ways of doing things in different parts of the world. And here in Europe, generally, I don't think there is anywhere in Europe that requires you to put your hazard lights on when you're driving on the road. I could be wrong, and obviously, if I am wrong, correct me. Now is the time to do it. Head into the comment section down below. Say, oi, Frith, what are you talking about? Of course you've got to put your hazards on when you're in whichever country it might be. But you definitely don't have to when you're in the UK, unless the law has changed without me being aware, and I have been driving on the roads with farm and construction equipment for, I reckon it must be 20 years now. It is about 20 years. I celebrated my birthday just a few days ago, and I am now 36 years old. And I have been driving tractors on the road since my 16th birthday. On my here in the UK, you can get your car license at 17 years old. But you can, if you wish, you can get your car license 1 year earlier, and you can get your car license at you get your car license at 17 years old. You get your tractor license 1 year earlier, and you're able to go and take your tractor test at 16 years old. So on my 16th birthday, I drove up the road in a tractor with the L plates on, and drove to my test. I took my test, I passed it, and I have been driving on the road with tractors since my 16th birthday. So 4 days ago marks exactly 20 years of driving on the roads with tractors, which is actually quite a long time now that I come to think about it. But there we go. So yeah, do we go for wheat or do we go for barley? What have we got? Doesn't really matter as far as the pigs are concerned. And we have a little tiny bit of wheat. And it does look like, I think we've had more barley than we've had wheat. Going by the average prices here, it looks like that wheat, we certainly sold less wheat. It seems to be a slightly more demand than the other. So we will plant wheat here in this field. Now, if I make sure I'm slightly over this side, we will now find out this. The biggest question is whether or not this tractor can actually operate this seed drill. And this is where we get the thing come up, flashing up like we did in Goldcrest Valley, to say, your tractor can't run this, it doesn't have the required power. Does it work? It works! It pulls it! It operates it! Excellent! That is fantastic. That is absolutely fantastic. Brilliant, look at that. Let's admire this one. So basically, we're really pushing the power limits of what our tractors can do today. We've got the tiny little Belarus over there on the cultivator, and now we've got this little Zeta pulling this massive, great big direct seed drill. What is the power requirements of this seed drill? Let's take a quick look and see what the power requirements are compared to what the actual tractor is. It's that one there, isn't it? So it needs 180 horsepower or 132 kilowatts. And take a look at the tractors. Don't crash on me. For goodness sake, don't crash on me. Not right at the end of the episode. Really frustrating when that it has happened a few times. So the Zeta, I don't know what engine setup we got, but I mean the most that we can get is 147 horsepower. And 108 kilowatts. So it's doing it even though it is technically underpowered for the job. Unless there's another Zeta here somewhere. No, you should be able to tell us. Yeah, that's the one that we got. It's that one there, and according to this, it's underpowered. But it's doing it nonetheless. Doing it slowly, but it's still doing it. I think it normally runs at it goes faster than this normally. Anyway, my two questions for this week. What colour would you like me to paint all the machinery that we get colour choices for in Whatever Valley? We can have purple, John Deere green, New Holland blue, JCB yellow, or red. Red will sort of be somewhere between Massey Ferguson red and Case red, depending on what everybody wants. It'll be one or the other. Head into the comment section down below. Let us know which one you want and why, and of course don't forget to actually cast your mouse over the top right hand corner, or tap, or whatever it is that you do on the phone. I'm not sure how you do it on the phone, and cast your vote up there. The second question that we're asking this week is, what timescale would you like me to run things on Watea Valley map? Do you want me to run it on 1 times speed and have the plant growth on fast? Do you want me to do what we're doing now and have 5 times speed with plant growth on normal? Or would you like me to speed things up a bit and have it on 15 times speed for the timescale and have the plant growth on slow? Again, it's your vote, it's your game. Head into the comment section down below, let us know which one you want, and mouse over the top right hand corner of the screen to cast your vote. That is everything I got time for today. I did tell you that I was going to look at that bale mod yesterday, and we have not had time to do it, but we're all set. We've got all our tractors going on the various tasks that they need to do now, and so tomorrow, the first thing that we're going to do, we'll make sure that everything is tickety-boo in the fields and that, and then we will head off and we will buy some bales. We'll take a look at this bale buying mod, buy some bales, get them up to the pigs, and dump some straw in for the pigs, and possibly bring some back for the cattle as well. But until next time, actually, what was I going to say? No, there was something else. Oh no, I was just thinking of something about the volume, but I've already spoken to you all about the volume of the things. So yes, if you enjoyed this episode, please head down below and give us a like, and if you really enjoyed it, then please tell your friends all about me, get them to come and watch as well. That would be awesome. But until next time, thank you very much for watching. This is Frithgar. Goodbye, and see you later.